Hi, this is Diana from Yarnetti's Crochet. If the edges of your double crochet rows have these big gaps like I'm showing you right here on the sides, you can see them on the other side too. This is a very common problem, or very common with beginning crocheters, and I'm going to show you two ways to fix it. The second one is now my preferred method because it really creates a nice clean edge. So the first method is called a stacked single crochet, and I have a swatch here where I actually did the stacked single crochet in the very first stitch of my chain, and it makes a nice more square edge. Like if you see the traditional chain 3 method edge, here's that kind of wonky chain 3 at the edge, and it kind of curls up a little bit. I like using the stacked single crochet for my edge for actually both methods that I'm going to show you today. I think it makes a nice corner. So let me show you how to do that. I have my chain here. I'm just going to undo it. And when you use the stacked single crochet method, if you want to make a row of 10 double crochets, let's say, you would crochet a chain of 10. Just make sure I've got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus you'd add one extra chain. This is a little bit different than if you're doing the traditional chain 3 method. With the chain 3 method, you would do the number of crochet stitches that you want to have in your row plus 2, because this chain 3 counts as a stitch. So let's demonstrate the stacked single crochet in the very edge. So I've got, here's my loop. Here's the first chain. Here's the second chain. I'm going to actually crochet into this second chain to make a single crochet. So I'm going to insert my hook into that second chain from the loop, or from the hook. The loop doesn't count as a stitch or a chain. I'm going to insert and create a single crochet. Now with that single crochet, you have these 2 bars of the stitch. You're going to insert your hook into this bar for the second single crochet, just like this. So now at the end, I have 2 single crochets stacked one on top of the other, and they are a perfect height, really, to match my double crochets, the rest of the double crochets I'm going to make in my row. So let me go ahead and finish my row. At the end, I should have 10 double crochets, including my stacked single crochet at the very beginning. Make sure I get 2 loops there. Okay, finish the row. I'm going to tighten up my little slip knot just a little bit. Now I'm going to double check. Here's my stacked single crochet. That's my first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay, I got it. Okay, so let's start the second row. And we're going to make our stacked single crochet to start that second row. You're going to turn your work. Don't chain. Don't do a chain 1 or anything. Just turn your work. and you're going to insert your hook and make a single crochet into that very first stitch. Again, you see the 2 bars of that single crochet. You're going to insert your hook into this bar. No yarning over, just single crochet. And then we continue on down the line. I'm going to make a couple rows because I want you to see how nice it looks. And I want to show you where you insert your hook as you crochet into the stacked single crochet at the end of the row. So as you're looking at this stacked single crochet, the first one right here, you have these 2 loops. Whoops, you've got these 2 loops on the side. You're going to insert your hook to make your last double crochet into these 2 loops right here. Don't get confused and think, oh, I need to crochet into the V. It's not going to look right if you crochet into the V. It looks best if you crochet into these 2 side loops. Here we go. Let me do one more demonstration. So I'm going to turn my work, insert my hook into the first stitch of the row, single crochet, a second single crochet into the bar, into 1 bar of the previous single crochet, finish the row. And I'll show you again where to insert your hook. At the end of the row. I'm hoping you can see it before I even, do you see the 2 loops right here? That's where you insert your hook for the last stitch of the row. Okay, let me just bring out. So there you can see it does make a nice edge on both sides. And it's not too difficult to do. And I especially like this corner, this first stitch. I like it so much better than looking at that chain 3 loopy. It's just a nice square edge. So that's the first method. That's the stacked single crochet. Now I'm going to show you my kind of modified version of a standing double crochet. So the only reason why I do it like this is because I tried to learn how to do a standing double crochet through the traditional ways, and it looked really bad. So I probably just need more practice. This method also requires a little bit of practice, so I'm not sure what my problem is. But I do like this method better. It's faster, and I think it comes out pretty nicely, pretty consistent, and it makes a really nice straight edge on the side of your work. So the modified, and I'm not saying I made this up, but there's probably other people that have done this too. This is just my version of it. I didn't make it up. Okay, so the way you do it is you've just finished your last stitch of the row. You're going to bring up your working loop here it's going to be higher or taller than an actual double crochet stitch. Then what I do is and that didn't show very well on camera. Let me try this again. Maybe do it this way. I have 2 loops on my hook. Then I turn my work and I'm going to insert my hook into the very first stitch, pull through, then I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. I will do that again because I'm not sure that my camera angle was the best. Let me go on down the line here, because I do want to show you also, if you're using this modified version of a standing double crochet, what it looks like to insert your hook into that stitch at the end of a row. Because it definitely looks different from a standing single crochet. This one right here is a standing single crochet, so I'm going to double crochet into those 2 side loops. Now I'm going to demonstrate again the standing modified standing double crochet. So I have not turned my work yet. I haven't turned it yet. Pull up the loop so it's taller. I'd say that's at least an inch, maybe 1.25 inches. I'm trying to get this camera angle. And I wrap. It's like I'm stirring. It almost feels like I'm stirring a pot with a big spoon. I wrap that working yarn around so you can see the 2 loops on the hook right here. See the 2 loops? Then I turn my work, insert my hook into that first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to finish this row and then show you how to insert your hook into this modified standing double crochet when it's at the end of the row. Okay, so with this, you're going to see a V. Right here at the very top. That is where you're going to insert your hook to make your last double crochet of the row. Right into that V. Did I get it? I did. Very straight. So we'll demonstrate again how to do it. How to do the modified standing double crochet. Bring it up about 1.25 inches. Stir my soup. Grab the yarn as I'm stirring. Twist it around. Turn my work. Insert. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. And I'll do a second demonstration of, I get some more yarn here, of where to insert your hook into this modified standing double crochet as it occurs at the end of the row. You can see the V. See that V right there on top? Okay. Oops. Dear. There it is. That's right where it's going to go in. You see it from the side. It's right here. Right in there. And there we go. Let me show you how nice and straight it is. Very nice. Very, very nice. Nice and straight. Let me flip it over so you can see how straight it is. Very nice. So I want to show you in comparison. So here was our first sample that had the traditional chain 3, where you've got these little windows, these gaps. And then I want to show you the edges of a stacked single crochet. Isn't that beautiful? And this here, this right here is the first stitch that I made in my chain was a stacked single crochet. And look at that, nice. It's popping up a little bit, but honestly, it's so nice and square. Let me show you the other side. It's just very, very nice. There's a lot of uses for that stitch. Now, this would be the modified standing double crochet. And I will tell you, it is very, very difficult to do a standing double crochet in that first stitch of the row. So I do a stacked single crochet in the first stitch. And then the rest of these are the standing double crochet. So nice and straight. So nice and straight. Let me show you the other side. Yeah. And these haven't been blocked or anything. This is fresh off the hook. These haven't been blocked. And this is acrylic yarn. So, I mean, it's retains its shape pretty well. But even if I blocked it, I mean, I would get some flattening, especially if I steamed it. But it's really nice to have these nice straight edges without any blocking at all. So, if your crochet has gaps, try replacing your chain 3 with one of these two methods. Just give it a try. They both require a little bit of practice, but I think you're going to find success pretty quickly. If you're having any issues with your crocheting into your chain, I do have a video that's very helpful teaching you how to crochet into that beginning chain. That's a big challenge for beginning crocheters, or if you're struggling with your crochet getting wider and wider and wider, I also have a video to help you fix all those problems. So if you found this video helpful at all, please like and subscribe to Yarnettie's Crochet. And I look forward to making more videos to help you fix all your crochet problems. Keep crocheting. You're doing a great job. You're probably doing better than you think.